Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And here's Daniels. In the corner, it's Koulibaly. Into the lane. Rejected by Banchero.
And when Banchero turns it up, he can be a factor at the defensive end.
On the inbound. They get it back. The kick out to right. Inside. Another shot. And it's laid in by Banchero.
Oh, love that. Banchero moves so well with and without the ball.
From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star grade in 2024, Paulo Banchero.
And, Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear almost instant. Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. No, he's not going to mess that one up.
Oh, no, not this fella. He is a superb finisher.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it nice.
It's tipped. Pass to Banchero. That's tipped. On the wing, Irving. There's a screen. In the corner, Daniels. Right wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Irving from long range. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
In the corner, it's Brewer. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Banchero. And that's going to be out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Greg, they're in a rhythm offensively, really cooking.
And the opposition looks helpless to stop them right now.
Pass to Ayton. Ayton, the screen. In the corner, Daniel. It's tipped. And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession. Four on the shot clock. Irving for 3. Banchero grabs the board.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right, he stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Here's Brewer. Sinks the three-pointer.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
In the corner, it's Koulibaly. Ayton, the screen. The 3 drills the three-pointer.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
On the wing, Daniels. And he jams it with authority.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Now here's Wright. 6-point game. Pass to Bender. Stripped away. Here's Koulibaly. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Here's Mobo. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Bender. To stop the run. Rebounded by DeAndre.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Wright. Hasn't made one yet. Banchero outside. Takes a three. Pass to Bender. Here's Brewer. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first quarter. 6 to shoot. Here's Wright. And finished off by Wright.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Now Daniels. He's got 5. Pass to Irving. Can't hit that one. He got it up. That one doesn't drop. And so the first quarter is in the books. They're up by 6. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Pass to Koulibaly. Back to Ayton. The second chance effort. The visitors with the ball. 6-point lead. Koulibaly, no good. To the middle. Here's Banchero. And finished off by Banchero.
When Banchero gets in tight, that's how he likes to finish. No layups for this big guy. He's all about the finish.
Connects from three-point range.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
This is his first free throw of the game. And he knocks down the first one. And he makes both free throws.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
And then Irving slams it in.
And you love the quick ups, but then how about that explosiveness on the finish? Irving, man, he just has incredible gifts.
Second team foul.
And the home team has possession. They trail by 7. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Back to Brewer. From the arc. Finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the deep.
Pass to Daniel. Now here is Irving. Now here's Ayton. Still without a basket. And Dr. J slams it in.
Well, DeAndre Ayton is a team-first guy, and boy, does he set up the open man.
Count it.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
On the wing, Koulibaly. And it's good off the back rim and in. Koulibaly's got 7 points.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Here's Brewer. He's got 6.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Pass to Mobo. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
How about the big guy attacking the rim? The throwdowns are loud and emphatic.
Team foul.
On the free throw, no good. One-on-one fast break. Here's Brewer. It's stolen. Chalmers with it. Now right defender. Pass to Ellison. And he lays it straight in.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Banchero right side. Fareed with a clean look. Connects on the 17-footer.
Oh, that's an unselfish play from Paolo Banchero. Just recognizing the situation, sets up his teammate nicely.
And Chalmers slams it in.
Some power coming from the PG.
Ah, that's right, GA. Seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
Shepard with the ball. Scoreless thus far. Good on the shot.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the deep thinking jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Substitution on the court.
.102 left in the first half.
Away team foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Second personal foul.
And the first one at the line is good.
At the line for your home team.
That one is no good. And here is Chalmers. Pass to Ellison. Back to Chalmers. And Chalmers slams it in.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
And that one's good, Ellison.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Chalmers. There's the 3. They grab their own miss. Here's Kamare. He's defended by Koulibaly. Here's Ellison.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
And turning down what would have been a tough shot for himself into an easy one for his teammate.
And so that's the end of the first half. They lead by 7. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Here's Black. He has yet to score. Here's Reddish. Pass to Koulibaly. Goes back up. Here's Ellison. Good on the 13-footer.
And likes the view from there. He's a strong mid-range shooter.
Well, sometimes when you've got size, your release point is so high that you're going to get a good look no matter what.
Chalmers' shot is no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And DB, the measurables jump off the page for Koulibaly. 6'8" with a 7'2" arm span.
Kev, that's the kind of length that would allow somebody to be a menace defensively. Let's remember, he was the 7th pick back in 2023. The Wizards clearly very high on this young guy's potential.
Here's Covington. Count it, and the foul. It's going to be on Cam Reddish.
Robert Covington sought out the contact, finishes the play, and now we'll try to finish the three-point play.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Here's Koulibaly. And he makes good on the way up. Koulibaly's got his second basket.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Now Chalmers. Pass to Shepard. There's the screen. Lets it go with the three. Bangs home the trifecta. Shepard's got 5 points so far.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
Here's Black. The three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Black's got himself on the board with three there. Chalmers looking around. Launches it. It's good from long range. He has 7.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Back to Reddish. Drives to the hoop. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Koulibaly. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Personal foul. First team foul.
He's off on the first.
At the line for your home team, Koulibaly. 2 shots.
And the second free throw, good. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Here's Chalmers, and Chalmers slams it in.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that now.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
They set the screen, and Koulibaly gets it to go.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
Pass to Kamare. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Assist goes to
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. To the inside. Here's Abdul Rahim. Here's Koulibaly. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness. The D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing.
Pass to Kamare. Here's Allison. Down low. Shepard. Puts up a three. Sinks the triple. Kamare's got 5 points in the quarter.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Here's Shepard. Takes it out to Covington. It's stolen by Reddish. Over to the left wing. Pass to Black. And here's Reddish. On the wing, Koulibaly. With 2 seconds left.
Substitution on the court.
Every time out, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And the guys get a little bit of a break. Mentally, physically, just recharge here quickly.
Three-pointer, Daniels. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
And they get it to double digits just as we get set for the final quarter here. That three.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Top the key, Brewer. Back to Banchero. Crafty move. And the layup is good.
And the paint is where you love to watch Banchero work. With his size and athleticism, he can attack so effectively inside.
Outside Irving. Back to Koulibaly. Plays it up and banks it in.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Pass to Bender. To the paint. Intercepted. And a wide open look for Irving. Hits it from three-point range.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Here's Mobo. And a miss there on the triple. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
You know, we talk all the time about how important it is to have bigs who can stretch the floor. An example there.
Now, here is Irving. Pass to Mobo. Ayton in the corner. Latrey hits the three-point bomb. Ayton's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Well, true to form in today's NBA, as a big man, DeAndre Ayton has face-up ability, and that's critical.
And stolen by Irving. Daniels with it. Now right defender. Launches a three. Pass to Mobo. Daniels with it. Fires the three. Outside Irving. The three-pointer, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And finished off by Banchero.
Oh, you love to see Banchero get off his feet in a hurry and finish with authority.
On the wing, Koulibaly. Pass to Mobo. Back to Koulibaly. Banchero grabs the board. Bender with a wide open look. Good on the triple.
Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot, but right now this guy is cooking.
Ayton in the high post. And now the fast break. Banchero with the ball. The lead now cut to single digits. Banchero's got 6 in the quarter.
Banchero does a great job of just staying on balance when attacking off the bounce. And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. For Reed, high post. A wide open look here for Wright. Good on the three-point shot.
Boy, DeLon Wright with great range. What a shot.
And stolen by Wright. Banchero, right side. Here's Bender. Kicks it out to Banchero. Over to the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Bender. Back to Banchero. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. 54 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Irving for three. That ball is good for another field goal. His sixth. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
.40 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Fareed outside. Good work there as it goes.
Now you see the decision-making of Paolo Banchero is so impressive. Comes into the league with that skill and really elevating it.
Pass to Daniel. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 6. Back to Irving. Fires from way outside. And here's Bender. And the rejection by Eaton. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. A narrow...
Joined by Coach Stan Van Gundy and Grant Hill. This is Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter.
Here we go.
Here's Daniels. From the arc. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And you watch Dyson Daniels on the floor, Coach. He's everywhere on defense.
Yeah, Brian, he's one of the best guys disrupting offenses and getting deflections. He gets his hands in passing lanes. Effort like that will always find minutes.
The home team on D. Here's Bender. And Ayton pulls it down. Here's Daniels. Pass to Coulibaly. Ayton with a screen. Back to Daniels. The floater. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Mobo. Here's Ayton. Misses off the left iron.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Brewer knocks it down from distance.
And now the game is really starting to flow. We should be in for a good one.
Yeah, and it's important to get that first score quickly and establish your game.
Sinks it from distance.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
Puts up a deep three. The rebound by Bender. Almost 2 minutes into the first here. Fareed, count it.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Here's Mobo. It's rebounded by Banchero. Pass to Bender. Lets the three fly. Banchero no good. Coulibaly with it. And here is Irving. Here's Mobo. Take it away. Here's Bender. That one goes. Count it.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Here's Daniels. 4-point game. Sends it home from three-point land.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team. I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher.
Oh, just an artful little reverse slam.
Power and style. That was sweet. Right. Here's Brewer from outside, off the mark. On the wing, Irving. Ayton with a screen. The three. Doesn't go for him.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that open.
Back to right. 1:33 left in the first. The three from Banchero. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
His ability to shoot off the catch is a big plus. Banchero has quick reactions, a really versatile scorer.
And Ayton gets it to go.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Banchero the screen. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Knocks down the triple.
That right there, That's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
Pass to right. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
Assisted.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Here's Daniels. They get it again. Outside Irving. Let's go with a 3. Got a hand on it. And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession. And we've got 28 seconds left in the first quarter. 4 on the clock. Blocked again! Here's Bender. Pass to Brewer. Now here's Wright. Ben Carroll the screen. And he lobs it up. Oh, what a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter.
The visiting team.
They lead by a bucket. And we'll get things started in the second. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
You know, they've been relentless in how they attack the paint.
Well, if they're going to be that ferocious inside, this defense is in for a long night.
Here's Bender. Goes back up. And he sinks the layup. Bender's got 6.
Woo, just selling the defense on the pump fake.
Right with a steal. In transition, here they come. Pass to Bender. Puts up a deep 3. Leaps for it. Here's Daniels. Here's Irving. Here's Mobo. And Brewer pulls it down.
And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Irving. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Here's Bender. Fires in the triple. Bender's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
To the left side wing. And there's the screen. Fires for 3. The rebound by Bender.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
The 3 from Ben Carroll. This is another, just 1 of 4 from the floor.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Outside Irving. Ayton with a screen. From deep. That miss makes him 3 for 7.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. How about Paolo Banchero, coach? What a special talent. The first overall pick back in 2022, and then the Rookie of the Year.
Well, Brian, he's not just a scorer. He's a 6'10" playmaker, and getting that out of someone who plays on the front line and can also play as a small ball 5, Banchero's versatility makes him very valuable. Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
Ellison's shot is good.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Jumps up, and the fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Oh, unselfish basketball from Covington. Now, his teammates appreciate his willingness to hit them when they're open.
And here's Wright from the arc. He can't get that one to fall. Out to the right wing. Here's Kamare. And it's good from the elbow.
Well, he got to his spot in the mid-range, and that's a shot he's going to make more often than not.
And Caro surveys. There's a screen. And rejected. And here's the fast break. Here's Chalmers. Nails it from beyond the arc. Chalmers has got 5 now. And Caro down the lane. Out left to the wing. Pass to Bender. For 3. Ellison grabs the board. Here we go, one-on-one. Outside Covington. Here's Ellison. Picked by Covington. And it's Ellison missing. Man, they're just getting run over right now.
And you can really see they're starting to show some frustration.
Pass to right. The kick out to Banchero. Ooh, Banchero with the touch from deep.
And Banchero has some range already. I mean, I want to see him continue to drain these shots.
And that's a foul called on DeLon Wright. That's his first foul.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the half. And here's Shepard for 3. Offensive rebound. It's good on the putback.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
Pass to Ellison. Here's Abdul Rahim. Off target at the rim. To the right side. Here's Kamare. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Here's Coulibaly. Gets the 3 ball to go. Coulibaly's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there. Here's Chalmers. And he drives in. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Woo! B.A., that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Up by 3. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. We've got second half action for you. And if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession.
And clearly he needs no time to warm up.
And the foul called on Cam Reddish. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
A 3 off the inbound. And that one's good. Chalmers has got 10 points in the game.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Jacks up a 3. Second chance shot. Pass to Abdul Rahim.
Full team foul. Shepard. First personal foul. First team foul.
The visitors with the ball. They've led by as many as 11. Here's Black. Here's Shepard. No points so far. Here's Kamare. Pass to Chalmers. Second chance effort. It's rebounded by Abdul Rahim. Now Reddish. Here's the 3. Outside Coulibaly. Fires from deep. That one no good. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. Oh, deflected. Out to Covington for the tie. Takes a 3. On target from range. Covington's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
You can really see their confidence growing as this game has gone on. They have reason to believe now.
Yeah, they're in this one. They have some momentum on their side, and they just need to keep up the intensity.
Pass to Chalmers for the lead. Ellison grabs the board. Fast break, here we go. The finish! And the big dunk at the end of the break.
Just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
There's a screen. Launches it. It's not going to go for him. Here's Reddish. Pass to Abdur-Rahim. Here's Black. Fires the three. Hits the trifecta. Outside Covington. Can they get it? It's hauled in by Reddish.
Look, I know he wanted to answer with a three of his own, but you gotta play smarter. Play your game, not theirs.
And it's Coulibaly missing. 1:56 left to play in the third quarter. Right wing. Here's Ellison. Shepard, that's good.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
There's a screen. Shot's good by Black. Black's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, all of us coaches, we love when you can create looks in close.
Drills it from deep.
Oh, putting the three in 3 and D. This team is so much better when Covington is making those shots.
Black. Ooh, powered down with both hands.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
Yeah, they're not pulling any punches here. Even the guards are attacking the basket.
Substitution on the court.
Outside Irving. There's the triple. Pure from three-point range. Irving's got 11 points.
Fantastic decision making. Ayton electing to move it for the high percentage look.
Here's Reddish. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. For the tie. It's rebounded by Abdur-Rahim.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Counted from distance. Coulibaly's gotten his second bucket.
Well, that's just excellent offense. If the defense is giving that up, you've got to take it.
Here's Coulibaly. And he throws it down with one hand.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Wright. Oh, got a piece of it. And the ball ends up out of bounds. Now keep possession.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
And the three-pointer goes. He has 7.
You'd like to let the clock run and take the final shot.
Yeah, unless it's a gimme, there's no reason to put up an early shot here.
Pass to Irving. From outside the arc. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third. Both teams putting up some points.
51.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Now here's Coulibaly. Right with a steal. And here comes the break. Here's Bender. The three ball. Buries it from 3.
He's been a piece of the puzzle tonight, but it's a team effort. Everyone's contributing to this lead.
Irving with it. Now Wright defending. Back to Irving. Over Wright. It's rebounded by Banchero.
Well, the defense was giving him that one, but he made the shot more difficult than it needed to be. You got to play smart.
Pass to Bender. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be on DeAndre Ayton.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
First one falls for him.
Jonathan Bender.
And so he makes both from the line.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
Irving with a deep 3. The rebound by Bender.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
That's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
Here's Brewer. He drops it from range.
The defense was just nowhere to be found, and because of that, he adds to their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway, but that one was too easy.
And Irving powers it home.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up. Pass to Fareed. The 3 is up. Bobo with a rebound.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Irving for 3. Hits the 3-pointer. Irving's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
And here's Wright. And there's a 3-second violation. They still have time to make this a game.
But they really need to focus in because they let this game get away from them a little bit.
Irving for 3. And Brewer pulls it down. Here's Bender. Drains the triple.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And he's going for the lob. And Irving powers it home.
You could just see how in sync they were there.
That's what it takes to pull that off. Here's Wright from the arc. And Ayton pulls it down. On the wing, Irving. Beyond the arc. Gets the 3 to fall. Irving's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Back to Coulibaly. Deflects the pass. Pass to Daniels. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And yep, it's good.
And how about Daniels embracing the spotlight? He loves hitting these big-time shots.
Right with the bucket.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
Irving looking around. And that's a foul called on DeLon Wright. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Here's the pick. Good chance here for Irving. Ooh, pops the J after a cagey pass fake. Irving's got 23.
They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
Yeah, you know.
Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible.
Come on now, guys. That's flat out insane.
Hey, when's the last time you saw a jam like that?
Substitution for your home team. Shepard. Mario Jones.
There's 53 seconds left in the final quarter. Pass to Bender. Oh, it's stolen.
You know, I think it's desperation time for them.
It's not going to be easy now. They're going to need just about everything to go right from this point on.
And here's Shepard for 3. It's rebounded by Banchero. Tipped away. Here's Brewer. Connects from downtown.
This is what winning is all about. playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. Here's Chalmers. 6 on the shot clock. And so the road team gets the W in this one. Boy, a nice...
It's the NBA. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan.
Here we go.
And so off the tip, it's Albuquerque. Grant goes in, and he banks in the layup.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Now, here's Anunoby. Back to Grant. Shaq with the screen. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Driving in. And yes, it's good.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Chalmers scanning the floor. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Here's Kamare. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Leonard. And it's blocked. Wembanyama outside. From outside, off the mark. All right, Stan, let's put that coaching hat back on you. How in the world would you game plan for a player like Victor Wembanyama?
Well, that's a great question, Kevin, and there are no great answers because he's so good. I think when you're guarding him, you want to be as physical as you can and keep him as far away from the basket as possible to negate his length. Defensively, or when you're on offense, his defense, I think you want to use his instincts to block shots against him, take the ball at him, draw him, and get the ball to open people.
3 points.
Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, but if it were that good, it would work more often against the guy that good.
And Chalmers slams it in.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And here's Chalmers for three. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Pass to Warwick. And stolen by Anunoby. Tipped away. Koulibaly with it. He's picked up by Anunoby. Here's Warwick. Connects from three-point range.
3.
Warwick's got 5 now.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Victor Wembanyama.
Wembanyama gets the bucket.
And a big man who moves like a guard. Wembanyama is an absolute terror when he slices inside.
Pass to Grant. Anunoby outside. 6 to shoot. And it's on its way from Chalmers for 2. Albuquerque again can't hit it. Here's Warwick. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. There's the triple. That ball is in the basket now. He's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
Outside for Wembanyama. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Wembanyama's got his second bucket.
Sometimes you watch Wembanyama and think this guy is a cheat code, hitting threes at well over 7 feet tall.
Personal foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Now, Koulibaly. Nothing on the board. Over to the wing. Pass to Kamare. Here's Warwick. No good on the three. Outside Leonard. Over Koulibaly. O'Neal. And the dunk by O'Neal.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Off the inbound. No good that time.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Up 8. And we'll be back. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement.
Takes it inside. Grant gets a wide open look. Off target from outside. Chalmers outside. Second shot opportunity. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The away team. Mobo. Taking 2 shots.
And so he makes both from the line.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
Anunoby in the corner. The baseline J. Ellison with the rebound.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
One of the best 3 and D wings in the league. Well, let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive ability.
Chalmers outside. Albuquerque again can't hit it. To the left side wing. They set the pick. Shoots a 3. Rebound by Albuquerque. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
Pass to Brewer. Shoots the 3. And Shaquille O'Neal pulls it down. Albuquerque trails by 13. Here's Anunoby. Got it. Good job in the low post. Anunoby's got his first bucket in this one. Chalmers outside. Launches it. A three-pointer is right on target.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Outside, O'Neal. Pass to Anunoby. Back to O'Neal. Just 5 on the clock. That's tipped, and they're able to recover from deep three-point land. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Now, here's Chalmers. He has 6. And that one's good, Ellison. Ellison's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
2 minutes remaining.
And he drives in. Here's Chalmers. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal
This
foul.
is his first free throw of the game. And the first one
At
drops.
the line for Albuquerque, Mario Chalmers.
No good on the second free throw. And they've had a tough time scoring in the half court.
Credit the defense for making it hard on them. They've done a great job of disrupting the timing and spacing of their offense.
Albuquerque trails by 16. Clinks the dunk off the rim. Here's Mobo. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important. Well, look, if he misses that shot, coach might think of benching him. He's pretty fortunate he got that one to go. Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Here's Chalmers. Good. Score the basket. Mark him 4 for 8, shooting 50% so far.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Here's Leonard, and there's the drive, and then Leonard with the dunk.
That's what this coaching staff has encouraged Leonard to do. They want him in attack mode.
Pass to Brewer. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by Chalmers. Albuquerque trails by 17. Here's Ananobi. That 3 off the mark.
Well, that's what the defense has to do. Make that shot as uncomfortable for him as possible.
Chalmers outside. Sweet move. It's blocked. And as it goes out of bounds, Albuquerque able to keep the ball here.
Substitution on the court.
8 seconds left in the first half of the game.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
And here's Chalmers from the arc. Mobo. And so that brings the first half to a close.
With the score.
Up by 15. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Pass to Brewer. Here's the 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Brewer's got 7 points in the game.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Here's Alexander. To the wing on the left. Reddish. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. On the wing, Brewer. Offensive rebound.
Well, playing his role to perfection, using his size to control the glass for his team.
Pass to Dunn. He can't hit that time.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
On the wing, Brewer. Here's Mobo. Drains the three-pointer. 7 points in the game.
The defense gave him a little space, and he took advantage.
Here's Alexander. He has yet to score. Driving the lane. It's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Out to the wing. Here's Reddish. And a miss there on the triple. Albuquerque trails by 19. Here's Jackson. Ellison with the rebound. They're running. And here's Chalmers from the arc. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Albuquerque shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
First team foul.
And that one falls for Alexander.
At the line for two, Courtney Alexander.
And so he hits both. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Pass to Reddish. Launches a three. Rebound by Albuquerque. Now here's Dunn. It's stolen by Reddish. Chalmers surveying the D. Wow, through the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
First team foul. Shooting for the away team.
And he's good on the second.
Mario Chalmers taking 3 shots.
And he makes all 3. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. And here is Dunn. Scoreless thus far. And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Foul. Second team foul. Substitution for the away team.
And so here's Albuquerque.
55.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Some changes for Albuquerque.
Tumani Kamare. Second personal foul.
It's picked off.
Team foul. Substitution on the court.
Pass to Warwick. Lets it go with a 3. Drills it from outside. Warwick's got 11 points.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
O'Neal drives in. Shot clock at 6. From the top of the key. Chalmers outside. Takes the 3. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Knocked away. Leonard with the steal. Pulls up on the wing. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And a wide open look for Wembanyama. And it's off from three-point range. Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And, Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
Kicks it out to Leonard. Gets some room on the way in, and the bucket's good. Leonard's got his second basket of the game. Pass to Coulibaly. A wide open look here for Wright. Hits the three-point bomb.
Well, that's just excellent offense. If the defense is giving that up, you've got to take it.
Ball stolen. Here's Warwick. And the 3 off target. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Pass to Coulibaly. Three-pointer. They get it again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And the rejection by Wembanyama. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. Delivering the blowout. And we're coming right back. Be sure. And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Chalmers outside, looking to get it going. Wembanyama with the rebound.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Good on the triple.
Oh, nice setup by Wembanyama. On top of everything else, this guy has an incredible IQ.
Pass to O'Neal. Chalmers with it. Anunoby in the corner. Here's Shaq. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
Well, sending Shaq to the line here is on paper the smart foul, but O'Neal might just make them regret it.
2 shots.
He hits the second from the line. Now, Wright. Fires for 3. Outside for Wembanyama. From past the arc. It's rebounded by Anunoby. And so Anunoby will bring it up for Albuquerque. 18 feet out.
Away team foul.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Personal foul.
It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama. First one falls for.
At the line for Albuquerque.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2. And here's the fast break. Great open look there. Koulibaly's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, he saw the defender back, and he got the look he liked from 3 and capitalized.
Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. And here's the break. 3-pointer right. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the 3-point shot. But when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding it.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Pass to Kamare. Here's Warwick. The 3. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And it's on its way from Chalmers for 2. And he can't stop the run as he misses. On the wing, Koulibaly. Wembanyama outside. Sinks the triple.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop him.
Here's Leonard. It's deflected. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Kept alive. He can't get that one.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
They've been looking out of sorts in the last few possessions.
And this is when you need to be patient. Find a high percentage shot and have some floor balance.
From outside the arc, the rebound by Grant.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And finished off by O'Neal.
Guys, I feel bad for the rim on that one. Shaq is one powerful dude. And you could see he knew exactly where that long rebound was coming off, able to get there quickly and snatch it up.
The second effort. Got a piece of it.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Third personal foul. Second team foul. Coming onto the floor.
A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter.
Number 22.
Here's Chalmers. It's rebounded by Warwick.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Kawhi Leonard.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard.
Personal foul.
That's his
Second
first
team
foul. A 3 from Wembanyama. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
3.
And Wembanyama's ability to pick and pop from anywhere on the floor puts defenders on their heels.
Anunoby outside. The shot. Albuquerque again can't hit it. Here's Wembanyama for 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Right from outside. Rebound by Albuquerque. 36 seconds left in the fourth. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Fires away from outside. The offensive rebound. And that one drops.
He's not looking at the score. He's staying focused, and he's staying active.
Well, you have to play like it's a tight game. You cannot let up in this league.
No, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
Right outside. Back to Wembanyama. Puts up a deep three. Misses the shot. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. A resounding victory for them. welcomes you to Wednesday afternoon basketball. Kevin Harlan here with you. Joining me tonight, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. Our buddy David Aldridge is on the sideline getting stories.
Here we go.
Here's Warwick. Wembanyama outside. Pass to Kamare. Right from outside. Good on the triple.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Chalmers. Drives to the hoop. And it's right, sending it back. And here we go. Here's Warwick. No good from outside. Leonard with the ball. Out guarded by Wembanyama. Chalmers surveying the D. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Wright. Count that one. Wright's got 5.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
And one thing that makes Leonard's shot so effective is the backspin. Gives him that magic touch.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Here's Anunoby. That's tipped. It's right on the wing. And he's good on the 3-ball. 8 points for him.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness. Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
To the paint. Here's O'Neal. And the dunk by O'Neal.
O'Neal is a force of nature. Once he gets it that low, it is a foregone conclusion.
Well, you love the unselfishness, makes the next pass, and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
And the basket by Chalmers. Chalmers has got his second bucket.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And it's Wright missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
It's a tall challenge trying to contain Shaq, especially when he's operating close to the basket.
Shoots the 3. Rebounded by Chalmers. Left side, Grant. Here's Shaq. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Here's Warwick. Goes back up. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Team foul.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
Coach, only 2 players have led the NBA in blocks as a rookie. Manute Bol and our favorite, Victor Wembanyama.
Well, Kevin, Wembanyama is already special defensively, not only as a shot blocker, but the amount of ground that he can cover to affect shots. And there are people around the league that believe that he can become the best defender of all time. Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Albuquerque shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
Second team foul.
And the first one drops.
Shooting for Albuquerque, Mario Chalmers.
And so Chalmers nails both of them.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
Three-pointer right. That's no good. It's his second miss. He's made 4. A floater. Grant with the bucket, getting it done inside. It's all knotted up.
Yeah, Leonard really utilizing the vision to find the crack in the defensive coverage.
A 3 from Wembanyama. Rebound by Albuquerque.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Chalmers. And Chalmers slams it in.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Sometimes you watch Wembanyama and think this guy is a cheat code, hitting threes at well over 7 feet tall.
It's stolen by Wembanyama. Here's Horton, and Grant sends it back. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Grant. Just 4 seconds left in the first. And here's Chalmers for 3. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter.
Your home team
Up 1.
21.
And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the... And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And with each made 3, their confidence continues to build. Their opposition might want to change their approach to try to slow them down.
Intercepted. On the wing, Brewer. Pass to Chalmers. There's the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Chalmers has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
It's deflected. They get it back. Second shot opportunity. And O'Neal gets it to go.
Assisted by
Shaq's got 6 points.
The strength of O'Neal is otherworldly.
Pass to Brewer. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Anunoby. And here's O'Neal. He'll bring it up for Albuquerque. Trailing by 2. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And Leonard makes it look easy. Incredible at getting inside and just finishing with physicality.
Now, here's Chalmers. And a miss there on the triple. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Here's Chalmers. And again, it's Albuquerque.
You know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
Fires from deep. And Mario Chalmers gets the 3. Chalmers has got 6 here in this quarter. To the inside. And here's the fast break. And the wide open shot from Reddish. Nails the open triple off the fast break.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Chalmers outside. Brewer with the steal. And here's the fast break. Here's Mobo. From outside, off the mark. Albuquerque trails by 4.
team foul. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Jackson misses. Pass to Ellison. His 3-pointers off the mark. Dunn looking over the floor. Reddish. Back to Dunn. Lots of room. Mobo with the rebound.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
Brewer with the ball. And it's Reddish picking him up.
Minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Back to Brewer. Fires for three. Good, and it's Chalmers with the assist that time. Brewer's got himself going there. His first points of the game in the deep ball. Pass to Bitadze. Here's the screen. Albuquerque again can't hit it.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's Mobo. Here's Ellison. Here's Brewer. On the wing, Brewer. It's stolen by Reddish. Here's Alexander. Jackson has the open look. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. Here's Brewer. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Brewer's got 6 here in this quarter.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And they pick up 2. Jackson's got his first points in this one.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Substitution on the court.
Albuquerque trails by 8. Driving to the basket. And Chalmers slams it in.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. I don't mean style points.
Yet another 3. Once we hit the second quarter, it just seems as if those threes just started to fall like raindrops.
Back to Brewer. Puts up a 3. Rebound by Albuquerque. Grant outside. Puts the move on. Mobo with the rebound. Now here's Brewer. Pass to Chalmers. Shoots over O'Neal. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And that does it for the first half of play. Leading by 9. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. We've played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Chalmers outside. Pass to O'Neal. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And, Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the field. His impact is amazing. And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Wembanyama outside. A three-pointer off the mark. Albuquerque trails by 9. It's deflected. To the left wing. To the left side wing. From downtown. Oh, free ball. Wembanyama.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
And the wide open shot from Chalmers. Albuquerque again can't hit it. Stolen by Anunoby. Grant gets a wide open look. Good, and the assist goes to O'Neal. Grant's got 7 points in the game. And a wide open look for Wembanyama. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Shaq's shot is good. He's got 10.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
Three-pointer right. Rebound by Albuquerque. Anunoby outside. And again, it's Albuquerque.
And it's crucial that Anunoby knocks down that jumper, showing how skilled he is from the perimeter.
Pass to Warwick. And Warwick with the stuff.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Here's Anunoby. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time.
Mario Chalmers.
That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Warwick. Fires away from way outside. Kamare misses. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Albuquerque. 7-point differential. Shaq with the screen. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Here's Kamare. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Well, he saw the defender back, and he got the look he liked from three and capitalized.
Pass to Shaq. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Takes it inside. And the jam by Warwick.
Oh, nice setup by Wembanyama. On top of everything else, this guy has an incredible IQ.
Back to Grant. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
This is his first free throw of the game. And the second free throw, good. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And so he makes both from the line. Albuquerque trails by 13. Pass to Ellison. And here is Brewer. There's the screen. Jacks up a three. Rebound by Mario Chalmers. And Albuquerque with the possession. They get a hand on it. And Chalmers with a clear path to the hoop. They get the rebound. Lets the three fly. And the three ball is good. Brewer's got 9.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Mobile. Back to Chalmers. Launches it. The rebound by Grant.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Here's Shaq. That shot off. 4-on-3 break. Pass to Chalmers. Here's Reddish. Launches a three. And the basket by Brewer. He's got 12.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
43.
And as we end. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They set the pick. Pass to Kamare. Back to Koulibaly. Nailed from three-point land.
He is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
Home team foul. Kamara. First personal foul. First team foul.
Back to Jackson. And stolen by Wright.
And add that steal to the list of things they've done right here tonight. It's been a dominant performance at both ends.
Well, that's just poor transition defense. He's too good a shooter to leave open out there.
And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Done with it. And the wide open shot from Reddish. And again, it's Albuquerque.
Done.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. A wide open look here for Wright. Hands it from downtown.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
Done shot's good. It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
Pass to Warwick. And Benyama outside. 6 to shoot. Put him up in the air with the pump fake and then took advantage.
Everywhere on the floor, Wembanyama is a walking mismatch.
Outside Jackson. It's rebounded by Warwick. From outside the arc. Drills it from outside. Warwick's got 9 points now in just the second hit.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
To the wing right side. Coulibaly with it. Now guarded by Dunn. Pass to Wembanyama. There's the triple. Bangs home the trifecta. Wembanyama's got 5 points in the quarter.
Standing tall in the corner. Wembanyama, nice stroke.
Here's Alexander. Back to Jackson. Done with it. Jackson down low. And that one is good.
Well, his rebounding is such a boost for this team, especially when it comes on the offensive end.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
And stolen by Wright. Here's Kamare. Wembanyama, that's for 2. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 on the game.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop him.
Well, that's why he's out there using his size in the paint.
This one for 3. Rebound by Albuquerque. Pass to Reddish. And he goes in for the dunk.
Well, if you're going to let him get that close to the rim, that's what's going to happen. Leaving no room for error with the slam.
Jackson with it. And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
1:10 left in the fourth. Here's Alexander. Offline with his 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Wembanyama with plenty of space. That doesn't go either for Wembanyama. Here's Jackson. And it's done in the corner. The shot, no good. Pass to Wright. Here's Warwick. The tray doesn't go that time. And Albuquerque with the possession. Here's Bitadze. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
First personal foul. Third.
Here's Warwick. Pass to Wembanyama. Now here's Wright. The three. And it's Victor Wembanyama with the three. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pulls it up. Alexander gets the bucket. And so they get the victory here at home. They won this game going away. They were the better.
Eagle.